3 years after the end of the war, Volkswagen has been transformed from the bombed ruins of an arms factory to a smoothly running car plant. In 1948, 8,700 people have jobs at the Volkswagenwerk GmbH. Their working and living conditions are improving all the time. The country as a whole, however, remains racked by shortages.
By mid-47, the place was pretty well running. But the German economy was still in a hell of a mess because the currency was worthless, the old Reichsmark. In the middle of 1948, the currency was reformed. The Reichsmark was abolished and replaced by the new Deutsche Mark.
The currency reform comes into force in the 3 Western occupied zones on the 20th of June 1948. It ends the long period of makeshift economy and black marketeering.
The effect was unbelievable. Shops which had been empty, the dusty shop windows, suddenly appeared full of goods. Must have been hidden away in the cellar waiting for this to happen. But that appeared not only in retail shops but throughout industry, and everything began to move. That was the beginning of the economic miracle of Germany, just by changing the currency.
The shift to an operational goods market creates an entirely new basis for dependable cost calculations and investment planning.
On Volkswagen, well, they were able to get supplies of materials. They were able to sell their cars for a meaningful currency. And everything just dropped into place and began to work. Volkswagen was already there waiting to go. We got a German management in that could do the job. The factory had been largely repaired. The design of the car had been, details had been improved to get the bugs out of it. We had set up a dealer organization and service department.
The strong demand leads to a tremendous boost in growth. Production rises from some 19,000 cars in 1948 to more than 46,000 the following year, and another year on, the volume has reached almost 82,000 saloons and 8,000 transporters. The political development towards democracy is also striding ahead. In May 1949, the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Germany is proclaimed. This is a key step towards founding a new democratic country on the territory of the Western occupied zones. At the same time, it marks a turning point, after which the Allied powers withdraw increasingly from key functions. This leads to far-reaching changes also at Volkswagen. The British military government hands over trusteeship to the federal German government. The responsibility for the control of the company thereby passes to the state of Lower Saxony, with the proviso that such control must be jointly exercised in future. The arrangements are complex. Nevertheless, it leaves the issue of the legal ownership of the company Volkswagenwerk GmbH unanswered.
The company stayed under the British board until the autumn of 1949, when Charles Ratcliffe and Professor Erhard did a handover ceremony.
The official ceremony is held on the 8th of October 1949 in Bonn. Colonel Charles Ratcliffe, Germany's Minister of Economic Affairs Ludwig Erhard, and the senior Lower Saxony official Edgar Haverbeck all signed the document that places Volkswagenwerk GmbH in German hands.
I stayed until late summer of '49, that is some 20 months of Nordhaus time, sitting on the back seat, not in the driving seat, because we'd had top management in, and we weren't quite sure that Nordhaus was going to prove. And there was a modern factory ready to go with a labour force, with a management, with a product that was reasonably proven by this time and the bugs ironed out. And when the currency changed, it took off. That's when Volkswagen began to spread around the world.